Hello everybody, we are going to be looking today at Friday, April 17th, finishing your first week of research. So let's kind of dive in here together. We know our objective today is I can draft a project proposal that outlines what form my research will take. So our steps today are, number 1, look at possible research formats, and then number 2, fill out project proposal part 2, which will be a Google form down here. So right now you should be watching the screencast. If you can hear me, great job, you're doing it. Let's take a look now at what this means when we talk about sample product for your project before you fill out your Google form. So this was the very first one we looked at together. Wonderful example. This was a Google Slides presentation. Now, a lot of you are more than welcome. I'm probably thinking right now, I want to choose that. You're more than welcome to, right? But I want to show you some other options that you have available to you if you choose to do something else. So I got here by clicking on possible research formats. Boom, here we go. Some project options. So your format on this document is pretty simple, guys. You'll see here that we have the name of your product, a description of what that is, an example, a how-to, and then the tool that you will need to use to do that, okay? As I go over these, I want you to keep in mind you can use one of these, you can use 3 of these, you can really make this look however you want. It's your project. And we're really excited to see what you guys come up. So you can combine, add, subtract, do whatever you need to show your best product, okay? So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at the podcast. Now, a podcast is a voice recording and where people are kind of discussing with each other, or maybe you're discussing on your own, your research, your findings, your thoughts, okay? So that's the first thing that we're going to look at. So here's an example. If you go to this website here, this one's about basketball. And if you click here, you can listen to this person's podcast. All right. So this would kind of give you an example of what they did. You will also notice if we go back here that they have a script that they wrote. So the podcast does require that you write a script first, and then you would record using this tool called Vocaroo. All right, so our next one is WeVideo. You guys are very familiar with this, right? We've all used WeVideo this year. I love WeVideo because you can do a lot of different things with it. You could create an action, a drama, a trailer, right? Like we did with our books. You could do a newscast, an interview. There's so many options here. And you can add a lot of different things like graphics and text and pictures. So there is an example here you can watch on your own time if you would like. It is about our carbon footprint, okay? And then if you don't remember how to use WeVideo, there's a tutorial linked here. And then your tool, well, that'll take you to WeVideo. Okay, so you're more than welcome to use that one if you want. Could be a really cool idea. Your third option is Google Slides. Now that's similar to what we have here, right? That's the one that we used. A lot of you are familiar. I like Google Slides because it's kind of like a poster like we made in elementary school, except it's digital. You can add videos, you can add sound, you can add animations, you can add, memes and emojis and all these different things. So our example is already linked. You've seen that. Here is a how-to if you're not sure how to use Google Slides. And then your tool here would just be going to Google Slides and doing that. Totally a great option as well if you would like. Another option you guys have are Google Sites. So similar to Google Slides, but it's a site. And here's what that would look like. So you would make your own Google site here, and pretty simple, right? You guys have some things linked in here. It's basically just making a website. So we've done something similar to this before this year, but you're just kind of compiling everything you want into one website. This is a great how-to video on how to use Google Sites if you need that. And then your tool would be here. Google Sites is nice because you can have different tabs or pages. Again, you can insert slides, you can insert anything that's Google compatible. You could insert WeVideos, you could do a lot of different options with that. And again, it's kind of a catch-all like that poster board we made in elementary school, except now it's this really cool digital tool. Last one we have listed here for you guys is a booklet. So here's what that looks like. And there's a video that goes through that as well on there, okay? But this would be a pencil, paper kind of creation that you make at home with whatever supplies you have, okay? So think about what it would look like. The how-to gives you an idea of what that would look like for you. And it would be any craft supplies or whatever you have kind of at home. Could be a different way to present your learning to yourself and to your classmates using a booklet format. So guys, we're going to start with these as our bases. If you have other ideas or ways that you want to add to these, email your teacher. We would love to hear what you're thinking. You can combine these. Like I said, you can kind of mesh them together. Whatever works best for you to show your project. And don't forget that we'll be looking at that checklist as our kind of final product or as our feedback. Okay? Email us if you have any questions. Hopefully this was helpful.